Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And we are underway in Buffalo. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Lance now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They go play action now. Jackson steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Dancing to his left. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A 71-yard punt return. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance going to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while they'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Four yards remain for second down. They give it off here to the tight end. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson's throw there complete to Mooney. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Ross. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down now, it's Ross. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Ross. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd down and goal. Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Lance now to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
To throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On second down, it's Ross. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross. Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw again on second down. Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week, and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
Lance and company going on 4th down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense could breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Lance looks to throw again. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here complete to Kelsey. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back.
I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, Lance. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
From the gun on third down, Lance. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Jackson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On third down, Ross. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson. And this will be caught by Mooney. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And Lance again going to keep it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ross, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Boswell for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side.
This is my move,
and he
baby.
takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll start by running the option to the right. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Lance's throw complete there to Beckham. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Lance looking to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, come on. Report.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.